Today, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. On the return, Deontay Harris. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. To throw is Wentz. Steps away. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wentz. He'll check this down to Hines. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Lawrence will throw. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Wentz. Big hole up the middle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The end result, 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Point after here coming up. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They go play action with Lawrence. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run with Etienne. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Black Knights are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Indy set to go on offense once more. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hines. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And you want to talk about active hands. These guys, these defensive backs, these linebackers, they've had active hands.
Almost reminds you of those great basketball teams, the ones that really defend. And we talk about the length that they have and able to get their hands on balls and have deflections and knock them away. That's what we're seeing here. Very difficult to get a pass into a receiver because there's always someone in the lanes.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Lawrence over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. DJ Chark, 85 yards. And the Black Knights have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Lambeau to add on the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. That's the tight end Hurst with it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He's got Jack Doyle. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He'll buy some time right. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. This is Hines. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Hines. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. On 1st down, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Second and 10 now. It's Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Again, it's Lawrence. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Working with a 2nd and 4. They run with Hines. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Wentz going to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guaranteeing it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Taylor. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Wentz now to throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Wentz. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lawrence. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35.
Now, that was a high degree of difficulty on that one, but to me, it goes back to fundamentals and determination. High point the football and declare it yours.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. Slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. This time they stay on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Wentz. Room to run past midfield. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Lamar Jackson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And that one all tied against the visiting Steelers. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to kick it away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10.
54 yards on the ground for him so far.
On 2nd and 1, Wentz. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They get the former number 6 overall pick, Quentin Nelson, out of Notre Dame that time.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quiddy Pay. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. To Chenault on the slant. And he's taken down inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence. He'll find Jones again. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And it's caught. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
7 yards, the pickup there. On second down, it's Taylor. Fights off the defender. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's got this down to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. This goes out right to Doyle. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. To throw is Wentz. Being chased out left. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Blankenship's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
London about set to take over on offense. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Play action. It's Lawrence. It's caught by Hooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go play action now. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
But to throw again is Lawrence. And it's caught. Touchdown. Austin Hooper. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to take the lead. So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts him back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Lambo on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. That time a 6-play drive. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Wentz now on first down. Rolling to his right. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hines. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. On the handoff, Taylor. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Play action. Now Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. London about set to take over on offense. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another tote for Etienne. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. 2nd and 11 now. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 75 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the home team here, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.